The cold weather we've seen this weekend is sticking with us for the upcoming week, and strong winds return to the region on Monday.
Wake up to snow this morning? You're not alone. We take a look around the Northwest. Plus, messy conditions on Snoqualmie Pass led to long backups on Interstate 90. What you need to know if travel plans take you over the passes.
Good evening. Thank you for trusting KREM2 News at 6 as your news source tonight. I'm Cody Proctor. A wintry morning around the inland Northwest, with some places seeing snow from an overnight storm, and still some snow even being seen right now. You can see it on our live camera right there. So let's things over to meteorologist Michelle Boss for a look at the forecast for the start of the week, because Michelle, a lot of people coming back home after spring break.
Yeah, and they're going to be checking the calendar and looking twice, because it's certainly not feeling like spring at all. We do have continued winter storm warnings, winter weather advisories, and we're going to talk about more wind in just a minute. But let's talk about the snowy weather up in the higher elevations. Winter weather advisory continues until 5 o'clock Monday for Stevens Pass. An additional 4 to 8 inches of snow expected. Also looking for some heavy snow in central Chelan County, along with some gusty winds. Winter storm warning for the portions of the eastern Cascades, including Blewett and White Pass. That continues until 11 o'clock tonight, and more snow expected across the blues of southeastern Washington and northeastern Oregon. And guess what? The wind is returning tomorrow. We got a break from it today. This time it's going to be coming from the northeast, and we're looking at sustained winds from 20 to 30 miles per hour, gust up to 50 miles per hour across eastern Washington and North Idaho, but in northwest Montana, we could see gusts anywhere from 55 to 70 miles per hour. High wind warning is in effect for the area shaded in orange late Monday into Tuesday. Satellite and radar still showing some scattered rain and snow showers, but that activity will start to slow down as we get into this evening. Temperature-wise, very chilly. 40 in Spokane, only in the 30s across the North Idaho Panhandle, and Moscow checking in at 29 degrees. It'll be a chilly morning tomorrow morning with temperatures in the upper 20s, mostly cloudy skies. We could see some isolated snow showers over the next couple of days, but the big weather factor for tomorrow will be the gusty winds and the continued cold. Highs in the 40s, lows only in the 20s.
Michelle, thank you so much. And it was quite the surprise for some people this morning, waking up to the snow on the ground right in the middle of April. Take a look. This is Washington State University's campus in Pullman this morning, and you can see just how much snow fell overnight, blanketing the campus. And looking at this video, it's almost hard to believe that that was taken in the middle of spring and not a flashback to 3 months ago. Viewers also sent in some photos of what snow looked like in their area this morning, and viewers, you can see that some of them, what they had this morning, one person actually measured 6 inches on their table. Snow also was seen in Othello and Rosalia. So if you're seeing snow in your area, by the way, send us a picture by texting it to us at 509-448-2000. And taking a live look right now at Snoqualmie Pass, even more snow on the pass tonight. Right now up at Snoqualmie, it has been snowing. They've been seeing snow flurries up there. The Washington State Department of Transportation says traction tires are advised at this time, with oversized vehicles prohibited. The same goes for Stevens Pass at this hour. In the meantime, a snow squall yesterday is being blamed for a multi-car crash in the Cascades. It ended up forcing the State Patrol to close westbound Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass for hours yesterday. At least 10 tow trucks helped clear the wreckage. Traffic backed up at Snoqualmie Summit as skiers tried to head back home.
We were here for that. We were actually sitting at Drew Brew when it came down. It probably snowed 3 inches in about an hour.
By the way, if you need to make it over the mountain passes either today or even tomorrow, especially if it's part of your work plans as we get back to work after spring break, be sure to keep an eye out for WSDOT alerts before heading out. And the conditions on the pass have been changing rapidly and impacting travelers trying to get across the state to get home from their spring break travel. Brady Wakayama from our sister station in Seattle reports.
The start of a clear day heading from Seattle to Snoqualmie Pass. But as the drive continues, a wintry mix in North Bend quickly turns to snow and snarled traffic near the summit.
I drive at least 10 miles an hour slower. We did see a couple rigs off this. One that passed me, it looked like he spun out and went into the road.
On Saturday, both sides of I-90 were closed for several hours due to multiple collisions.
Hopefully it was yesterday, not today.
But on Sunday, we saw more flashing lights from state troopers. Another reminder for drivers to reconsider before driving the pass.
I lived in Ellensburg for 30 years. I've been very comfortable with this weather, but more comfortable with other people in the weather. So if someone's not really used to it, then they can make a lot of errors.
WSDOT Snoqualmie Pass account tweeted out Sunday morning the pass had 14 inches of new snow overnight, moving it to 9th place for snowiest winters in 2 decades. Experts say the historic amount of snow Western Washington's been receiving may be a hazard for drivers, but could make a difference during the fire season.
So because we are a bit below normal, we'll take whatever we can get at this point.
Bimbacco says snowfall this late into the year isn't unusual. She says snowpack usually peaks statewide in the beginning of April, and there have been several years where heavy snowfall continues in the mountains throughout the month.
And that was Brady Wakayama reporting. Now, to get the latest forecast, text weather to 509-448-2000. We'll send a link right to your phone. And as spring break travel wraps up, we are still tracking flight cancellations at SeaTac Airport tonight. Right now, we know of 40 overall. Alaska Airlines accounts for some of those. In total, it canceled another 31 flights today. A statement from the airline says the pilot shortage is still the main cause. It adds it's reducing about 2% of its total flights through the end of June to match current crew capacity. COVID-19 cases rising in more than 24 states, including Washington. Now one major city is considering bringing back its mask mandate. This prompting the question, will more cities or states do the same if they see a spike in cases? In Philadelphia, positive COVID cases are up, enough so that health officials will decide by tomorrow if they'll reinstate a full indoor mask mandate in public spaces. With cases increasing in 27 states over the last 14 days, Omicron BA.2 is now the nation's dominant strain, accounting for nearly 3 of every 4 cases. The uptick comes as the subvariant spreads in parts of Western Europe. New information about the very first COVID-19 deaths in Washington. According to the Washington State Department of Health, the first people to die from the virus happened just days before the original first reported death. Now, back in 2020, the first death from COVID was reported on February 28th. At the time, that was the first reported death in the country. Now, health officials say 5 people died from COVID before that date. The first death took place on February 24th. That was a King County man in his 50s who had an underlying health condition. 4 more people died between the 24th and 28th. Health officials say the reason for the confusion was due to testing capabilities at the time. And still to come tonight, mystery sounds off the Washington coast are leaving scientists stumped. Now a group digs deeper to solve the case. Stay with us. We'll be right back.